was given a choice, do you want to speak between Ryan and you or after Ryan and you? I said, let me think about that. Two gorgeous, talented, charismatic. That's not a choice, that's a death sentence. Anyway, I chose the closing round. I started with Marvel in June of 2006 on Iron Man 1. It was the very beginning. Kevin.
Thank you, Louis. That was wonderful. You're putting a lot of pressure on our next and last and Tony Award-winning performer. From his award-winning, turn on Broadway as the 1970s singer-songwriter Peter Allen, to his metal claw-wielding Wolverine in the blockbuster X-Men franchise, this man has proven to be one of the most versatile actors of our time, and as I said earlier, he and Ryan Reynolds are now threatening Jimmy Kimmel's job security because they were such great co-hosts last night on Jimmy Kimmel Live. This Australian native made his first major U.S. film appearance as Wolverine in the first installment of the X-Men series, a role that he reprised in the enormously successful X2 and X-Men: The Last Stand. He then starred as the title character in X-Men Origins Wolverine, a prequel to the popular series, which grossed another win here. But it's time to welcome a Walk of Famer in his own right, Hugh Jackman. Hey everyone. Sorry. This goes against every theatrical instinct of my life, and I'm just going to turn away from everybody. In fact, I might just turn the whole thing around. Kevin, let me just say, this is so awesome, but if you have any Australian friends, do not tell them about this because they will find it, and what they're going to do to it late at night, it's not right. It's just not right.
What are they going to do to it?
All right. I think. So happy to be here today. There are so many things that make Kevin a success. But above all, he knows that to make a great movie, you need a great story. And I have one to share today that I think I might be uniquely qualified in telling. It's a Kevin Feige origin story. Don't worry, Mum and Dad, I'm not going back that far. It's okay. It's an I knew him when story because I first met Kevin 25 years ago on what was for both of us our very first movie. He was the assistant to the producer, Lauren Schuler, who is here today. By the way, if anyone wants to check up, I want someone to check up. I don't know how many, but I think you must set a record, Lauren, for the amount of people who have worked for you, who have gone on to be leaders in this industry, and that is not a coincidence. You're a class act, me included, by the way. So anyway, he was the assistant to the producer. I'd been flown up to audition for X-Men, and I remember I was in LA at the time, and this stretch limousine pulled up at 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. And even though I'm not actually getting to go into Disneyland, at least I'm going to arrive at the park in style. So I get there, I get ushered into the director's office at lunch, only to find out then that the movie had already been shooting for like 2 days, I think, when I did that first audition. And you know when an actor says, I knew I wasn't going to get the part? Well, I really knew I wasn't going to get the part. In fact, everybody knew I wasn't going to get the part because there just wasn't a part to be had. Kevin, that's really, really sweet of you. You really don't have to do that. I really appreciate it, but, you know, I know I'm not getting the part. And I was also thinking at the time, what happened to the stretch limousine? I really wanted to go back on that. Anyway, Kevin says, no, I'm going to take you. So we get in the car, we're just chatting, and then all of a sudden he pulls over at a restaurant, and he gets out, and I'm like, Kevin, this is not the airport. And he goes, no, I'm not going to send you back on that plane without giving you some food. So anyway, now at this point, I know I'm not getting the part. Kevin knows I'm not getting the part. The waiter in the restaurant knows I'm not getting the part. I'd flown, I'd been there from LA to Toronto for this audition. It's going to be left to this steakhouse. And, you know, I'm an actor. It's free steak. I'm in, totally. And I just remember thinking to myself, this is a class act. He does not have to do this. And I don't know whether you felt sorry for me or whatever, he took the time to take care of me, and I will never, ever forget it. And then about 5 days later, all of a sudden the part became available. Like, it really actually became available. Sorry, Dougray. And I came back and I auditioned, and spoiler alert, I got the part. as we made the film, Kevin actually became a friend. Even way back then, I knew he was kind, he was trustworthy. No matter what, he was going to have my back, and I just figured this guy's never going to make it in showbiz. But I'd never read it. I'd never read an X-Men comic at the time. When I got the part, he would slip me comic books. We'd hang out in his office. It was wall-to-wall toys. There was so much there, and he's showing me everything. There was no merch because there was no merch on the movie. It was just literally toys from his own collection. And anyway, from those days of a free steak, comic book, toys, here we are. It's 25 years later, and this is kind of a full circle moment. So I was thinking, is there any way I can show my affection for this man today, apart from saying a few words here? And then the idea came to me. So, hang on one sec, Kevin. I got you this gift certificate to Mastro's Steakhouse. Oh wait, this is not just any gift certificate. This is a full $15 gift certificate, valid on Tuesdays between 3 and 3:30. Don't cry, it's okay. And I honestly would go with you, but I'm kind of like a massive movie star now. It wouldn't look good for me, so I just can't. So, but one other thing, Kev, I really want to say this, and I mean this. Ever since I've known you, you have a gift. Many, many gifts, but you have a unique and extraordinary talent of making each project feel like it's the most.
This day I thought the most nerve-wracking thing was public speaking. Now I know the most nerve-wracking thing is just standing there while other people speak about you. But thank you everybody. Thank you to the City of Hollywood, to the Chamber of Commerce. Obviously, this is a dream come true. My parents, who I'm so thankful, are here today. I love you. Would bring me out here, my sister. Realize, we would all get our hands in cement, and I'd sneak in a finger or thumb. But they let me do both my hands, which was very nice. So, needless to say, to me and to our cinematic universe, this is hallowed ground, right here. Producing is all I've ever really wanted to do, ever since I knew it was a thing that a person could do, and to be able to do it alongside the most talented actors and storytellers in the business is more than I could ever have asked for. Ryan, I am very proud to be the newest member of the Deadpool filmmaking team, and it's a pleasure, and I can't wait for audiences to see it tonight. And as Hugh so beautifully said, I'm one of the original filmmakers going back 25 years on X-Men, and as you say, this full circle moment is incredibly special. And you coming back here, donning the claws again from Marvel Studios, and putting on the yellow suit for the first time, which we were not allowed to do 25 years ago. My partner at Marvel Studios, Ludi Esposito, you're an incredible filmmaker, an incredible storyteller, an incredible speechwriter. Let's hear it again for Lou. Holy mackerel. I will always be grateful to Jon Favreau for hiring you on Iron Man 1. And we've been together ever since. And to Lawrence Schuler Donner, who gave me my break in this business. Thank you. I learned so much from you, working for you. I've learned so much since then. I'm so happy you're here today. Avi Arad, who couldn't be here today, hired me at Marvel Studios. And believe me when I tell you, it is his passion and his vision and his deep-held belief of what these characters could be up on the big screen that has brought us to this moment right now. Thank you to Alan Bergman, who is our rock, who from day one working with Disney has supported us in every decision, big and small. He always has our back, and it allows us to do what we love to do. So thank you, Alan, very, very much. To Bob Iger, who couldn't be here, thank you for everything. Bob changed everything for me, for Marvel. When he purchased Marvel is really when he purchased Marvel, a little bit based on what we had done before, but I think a lot in the belief of what we could do in the future. And that belief meant a lot and continues to mean a lot to us. And then what did he do 10 years later? He bought Fox, which among many other things allowed us to get the mutants back and the X-Men back and the Fantastic Four back and lead to this moment right here. So thank you for that. To my colleagues at Marvel and Disney, Stephen, Brad, Nate, Jonathan, Trin, who couldn't be here. You are not just my colleagues, my collaborators. You are not just my friends from work, you're my friends. Assad, everyone, Ryan. It is a joy every day for the last almost 20 collaboration each and every day. It's why we put tags at the end of our movies. Do you like the tags we put at the end of our movies? I like them because it encourages people to sit and watch all of the names of the people that made the movie and learn what the positions are and learn who the people were, much like walking